Hello gamers, Mage Hammer here for another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table. Tonight I'm continuing my series exploring the Grimdark Future Firefight rule set, miniature skirmish game by one-page rules. My storyline so far is that a planetary cluster has been found in a Sirius sector, and all of the factions that are vying for power and resources in the Sirius sector have decided to descend upon them to find relics, samples, other resources that they may need to help in their quest for survival in the Sirius sector. So our Prime Tome Brothers have made their way to this planet, thinking that this might be wide open, especially after their last victory. They've replaced their losses and they're moving towards another planet and more resources. However, unknown to them, they are about to be thwarted, maybe, by the Alien Hives. So, without further ado, let's get right into the battle. We'll begin with round one. Now we need to determine who goes first. And it looks like it's going to be the Alien Hives. All right, so they're going to send this small little group of assault grunts to gain that objective right off the bat. So there you go. And they have activated. Back to the Prime Tome Brothers. They send out one of the brothers to take out this objective. Picks it up. And he is ready to go. All right. Back to the Alien Hives. They send out assault grunts. They charge that brother and attack. There's 3 of them. They have 2 attacks each. They have a quality of 5. So they're going to be attacking with 6 dice. And here we go. Hitting on 5s. Woo, they do not manage to do anything to that Prime brother. But they have activated. Okay. However, because there's 2 units there, it has made that objective contested. So, back to the Prime brothers. They need to it's just about, man, that's close. But he's going to go there. He's going to pick it up. Not quite within range of them. However, that wins the Prime brothers the objective, and that Eradicator brother picks up the objective. Oh, wait, and that Prime brother got the strike back. I forgot. And he hits, and they have to save against a regular combat weapon. They do not, and one of their number is removed. Whew. Then they move apart. Whew. Oh. Then the Eradicator brother comes and picks up that, and now we go back to the Alien Hives. Okay, good thing I caught that. All right, this warrior, not quite going to make it there. This warrior is going to head this direction to get towards that objective. Back to the Prime brothers. They're going to send a brother out here. Yep. Going to go right on the other side of this rock, heading towards that objective. Now, they have to touch the objective to be able to claim it in my house rules. In addition, I'm also using the kitchen table rules, so all ranges for shooting are halved. Okay. Moving back to the Alien Hive. So, I guess this warrior is going to move up and get ready to do combat. But for now, simply moves back to the Prime brothers. This blaster brother is going to come all the way over here and set up support for his other brother going forward. And then back to the Alien Hives. These bioforms. Yeah, I don't know. Wow. Okay, they're gonna move out here and lend support to this warrior. They're going to move about 10 inches or so, not be able to fire their bioguns. And now we move out the Prime Master. Let's see. So that'd be 2, and then another 4. The range on his weapon is 6 inches, so that's not enough. So we'll just simply move him another 4 inches up to get him ready to join the fray. And then their leader for the Alien Hives, he has flying. Kind of out of the range. He's going to fly up to the top of this rock, lend support to this unit. Okay. I think I'm doing everything according to my own rules here. He normally would have an attack, but he doesn't have an attack, so he moved more than 6, so he does not activate his pheromone ability, which now that brings us to round 2. We're now in round 2. Okay, so whoever finished activating first last round goes first this round, which I believe is the Prime Brothers. All right. So they have to be touching the objective to control it. I'll move this Prime Brother up. Let's see what his movement is on that. Yeah, less than 6. He's going to go there, pick it up. Now, for that to be contested, he's going to have to go into melee combat, but he's going to fire off his heavy rifle at that warrior there. The warrior has tough, the hive warrior, so we'll see what happens. So he fires his gun with AP. He hits, has AP 1. 1 save. The hive warrior saves on a 4-up, so it's a 5-up, and he fails. So he takes 1 wound, though. He's tough. He doesn't have to make the wound check. All right. Now he's just going to move up, which then, because now he is in contact, that contests the objective, and he attacks. It's 4 attacks, because he has 2 sets of razor claws at 2 dice, no AP. He's hitting on 4s, and he gets 1 hit. The Prime Brother saves on a 2-up. There's no AP, so he saves. The claws do not get through. He attacks back with his close combat weapon. He hits. The warrior has a 4-up, and he saves against that knife shot. So they back some inch off, and the objective is contested. But not for long, because the boss is going to fly down, the veteran hive warrior, and attack. And since he's in contact, he's able to snatch up the objective. So this warrior has the sample. Seems like kind of a wonky way to do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. It's kind of fun though. All right, so the Hive Master gets 4 dice with his 2 razor claws, but his are AP 1s, and he's hitting on 4s, and he hits 2 of them, and those are at AP 1. So this is a 3-up save for the brother, and he fails 1 of them. He is not tough, takes 1 wound, so he must make a wound check. And he makes a wound check, which means he is stunned. Does not get to fight back. He moves an inch off, but the objective has been captured. The Blaster Brother. Wow, that's kind of, he's not gonna, I mean, he's have to go, he could go over that one, but that one's taller than he is, so that would be a 2-inch climb. So that'd be, say 1 of 4, 6 to take him up on the top, and then, yeah. So he's gonna charge these grunts, and he gets an attack, this Blaster Prime Brother, and he hits. They save on a 5-up, and they fail the Assault Grunts. So one of them goes down, and this is contested. They strike back with 4 dice. and they hit on 5s. They hit 1 hit. That Blaster Brother saves. Ooh! Now, the Blaster Brother is not tough, so he has to make a wound check. And he dies. Holy moly, got torn apart by the Assault Grunts. What a change in the battlefield. Now, those Assault Grunts have had enough, so they are going to activate away and move 12 inches into cover with their prize. And the Prime Brothers, this brother is going to shoot at these Assault Grunts. AP1 with his rifle. He hits. They have to save on a 6-up. They don't. Another one is removed. Okay. And that's his activation. So the aliens, they can take care of that. So this warrior is going to charge the Eradicator and attack. And that technically, because it's tough. I'm gonna say the objective is now contested, even though there's within 3 inches. My house rules, they have to be touching. And I know that's going to be off camera, but there's an objective marker there. In the meantime, he's got 2 Razor Claws of 2 each for this Hive Warrior, so that's 4 dice on the Eradicator. Oh my goodness. That's 3 hits. There's no AP on these, so the Prime Brother has to save 3, and he saves all 3. So he is safe. All right, and then he gets to strike back. He gets 2 dice with his weapon, close combat weapon. He gets 1 hit. The thing saves on a 5-up, and it saves. They move an inch apart. And I'm going to call that contested. These shooters are going to go up and end this Prime Brother with an attack. As he was stunned, they're able to finish him off with their own close combat weapons. Back to the Prime Brothers. The Eradicator is going to shoot at this unit here. But he's going to do it. He's going to abandon. He's going to go here and fire down at that thing there. And he gets 2 dice of that. 1 dice of that. 1 nasty. And he hits. Creature saves on a 5, and he fails. Well, it's a 6, actually, because it's AP 4. And that is enough to take him out. Which then brings us back to the aliens. And it's looking like the aliens have all activated, if I'm seeing that correctly. And so that leaves the Master, and he moves up to attack the Hive Warrior in combat to hopefully take the objective. So he gets 2 dice with his energy sword, and it's rending, an AP1. Oh, he gets 1 rending and 1 miss. So that's AP4 for this creature. Needs a 6. It fails. So it does 1 damage. However, he is tough, so there you go. And he gets to strike back with his Razor Claws. Hitting on 4s, 2 hits. No AP. And he saves both. Okay, they break apart an inch. Nobody has claimed that objective quite yet. All right, that brings us now into round 3. And the Alien Hives go first. So, the leader flies over and attacks this Eradicator. Charges him. 4 attacks. Hits twice. He has AP1 on this, so there's 3 up saves. Ooh, makes 1, fails the other. The Eradicator is tough, so he takes 1 wound. He is able to strike back and hits both. He is not AP1. And the Veteran Warrior saves on 4 ups and saves 1, takes 1 hit. He's tough, so that's just 1 hit. All right, and he has activated and moves back an inch. The Eradicator fires down He's going to ignore the veteran warrior and fire at this warrior here. He needs to take that thing out because of the objective. So he gets his 2 attacks. No, 1 attack, 1 nasty attack. And he hits. He needs a... Oh, yeah, he needed a 3. Yikes. Almost failed. And so it is AP 4. So the warrior needs a 6 or higher and fails. It is a deadly weapon, so that is actually 3 wounds. So he forces him to take a wound test. And because he's tough, if he rolls a 5 or a 6, he is out. And he is simply stunned, which now allows the master to pick up the, or to go over and end him, because he's already over his wound allotment, and that allows him to also pick up the objective. And that is his action. This Prime brother is gonna move here, spread things out a bit, and fire at the boss with his heavy rifle. He hits, has a 3 quality, and it's an AP 1. And I think the veteran warrior, yes, he needed a 5 because of the AP 1. He fails. That is yet another wound token added to the leader. All right, back to the Alien Hives. So these shooters are going to move. Oh man, that's close. That is close. All right, well, to be fair, well, let's see what happens if they... Yep, you know what? They're just going to charge that brother. I know they shoot things, but they're going to charge. They're going to make their 3-inch move, basically, to surround him and attack. They get shooter grunts, have only 1 attack each with their claws, and they miss all 3. The Prime Biter fights back, swarmed by them, hits them. They save on a 5-up, and they save against his knife shot. And they move 1 inch back. I guess that's gonna have to do. And there you go. All right, so that leaves us back to the brothers, but they are down a couple, so the Alien Hive. So this warrior is going to come into this, he's going to make his way into this ruin to help shield himself from attacks. And then these creatures are going to move further into the woods here to shield them from attacks. So they have activated, and now in the 4th and final round, the Prime Brothers act first. Things are looking desperate. They only have 1 of the objectives. Their other objectives are hidden. See if he can make it. I guess that's plenty of space. He's gonna make his way through the woods and attack these grunts, which will also contest the objective. And he attacks with his close combat weapon, and he hits. And they fail to save. One of them goes down. The other one fights back. He has 2 claws and no AP or anything. Hitting on 5s. No hits. Okay. So you break apart 1 inch, but the objective is contested. So, it's getting crowded over there. But he can fly. Oh man. Decisions. I guess this little thing's gonna go up against him and fight him. And he needed a 5 and misses. And a strike back, since he already attacked, he's trying to get 6. Oh, he hits. 5+, and he makes a save so nobody gets hurt. And once again, they are at a standstill. So that brings us back to the Prime Brothers. So Eradicator's going to move a bit, and he is still within, range of that. He's going to fire on the boss with his fusion rifle. He gets one good shot with this. He needs a hit on a 3-up, and he gets a 5, so that's a hit. Save, it's an AP4. The veteran warrior needs a 6, and he does not get it, so that's a wound of 3. So that basically gives him 5 wounds tokens, but because he's tough, he only dies on a roll of 5 or 6, and he does not. However, he is stunned, and then goes back to the brother. For fun, he's going to end that tyrant before he has a chance to reactivate. And that brings us back to the Alien Hives. And they may have to make a morale check, but it's not going to matter since this is the 4th. And these guys, now because he was able to charge them, they're going to charge him. And we're going to make room here in the forest. It's going to be close, but they move through the forest, around the trees, around the ruins, and they attack this Prime Brother. It's crowded. It's about the craziest game I think I've ever played. But we'll see what happens. They get 3 attacks. And they miss all of them. He strikes back, hitting only on a 6, and he misses. They back up an inch. They're going to back up an inch this direction, but I think that's going to end up giving them the objective, because there'll be 2 of them and 2 of their units in contact with the objective to the 1, so then they are able to maintain the control of it. Which in the end, because that is our last activation. Well, no, this warrior has an activation, but he doesn't need to make it because he's holding on to one of the treasure pieces. So the Alien Hives will escape with a dead leader, but 2 of the objectives, and they win the day 2-1. So the Alien Hives have come through. Because even if they fail the morale test, they're just going to run off the board anyway. So, wow. That was a pretty crazy and exciting game. So hope you guys like that a lot. So going forward, my next video, the Alien Hives are going to run into the Human Defense Force on a planet to finish out this gamut of skirmishes, and we'll crown the winner on that episode. So once again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Keep on rolling dice and playing games. Thanks for watching. Mage Hammer out.